Has everyone caught their breath? Oh, Lee Kendall against Declan Brennan.
Well, this is a big one. So, Lee Kendall has not played in the shootout yet. England's match earlier in the quarterfinals, he elected to sit on the sidelines, but England's captain couldn't stay out. He couldn't leave himself on the bench, and you've got to respect the call. He's in from the start against Declan Brennan.
I think if he can see a red, he's got a good chance. Bottom right, looks like he can see it.
Worth pointing out, if you watch the match a moment ago between Belgium and Ireland.
Oh, no good.
He wanted to be a bit further up the table or a bit less. He's directly blocked by that yellow.
What do you think here? This red in the middle of the bulk line, off the yellow to pot the red over the left corner. I don't know, or underneath it maybe even. It might go in off the cushion off the red, directly that way. Or he might be cutting it back to the right corner. Oh, that was thin. That was thin.
Well, difficult start then for Northern Ireland. Declan Brennan, Lee Kendall to the table. Just about the most experienced player.
Not in this format.
Well, not in this format, but in World Championships history, certainly. But no, Lee Kendall, part of the brains behind the outfit here at Ultimate Pool.
He had to do a 6 reds, didn't he, on the seniors tour? I watched that.
I think a lot of people watched that.
He's in trouble here, actually. Those two yellows really are awkward to get at now. Didn't quite catch the control the yellow was hitting with the plant. Might try and land right on the cushion here. Oh, he's had to develop that one, has he? Focused on the cannon.
Not to be.
The reds all go. Just the 8 ball. He would have originally wanted to leave this one till last prior to that shot, but take it first now. The 8 ball will be in the bottom left corner as well at the end.
Yeah, I was just about to say a moment ago that this match will feel as big as the last match in terms of the tension and the drama out there, but the level will go up, I think, several notches in this fixture, because the standard of players is this could easily be the final and no one would bat an eyelid. The two teams we're looking at here are serious.
This is the one match that might actually finish. What is it? First to
8.
First to 8. Yeah. Well, you can be 7-all, can you? I suppose, and then it's 6 reds anyway.
It is.
Best of 14. So he's gone a funny way here, because he's going to be leaving the one on the cushion till last now, I think. Unless he can get there now and leave the other red to left middle. Yeah, that's good, actually.
It's a lovely shot.
Fine, he's found a good route. Just stop this where the red is. Natural angle to drift down. It's a huge pocket, that left middle, where the yellow is as well.
And he even just kicked it off the cushion as well. Lovely work this from Declan Brennan.
This will settle him down, as he would have been one of the favourites for the World Championships, and in the singles, unfortunately, just lost to his probably good friend.
Yeah, they're good mates, yeah.
They always have close matches.
This for 1-0 then to Northern Ireland, and first blood in the semi-final.
It's a good start.
Never in doubt. Where's that cue ball? It's fine. Northern Ireland on the boards.
Got a lot of authority around the table, Mike. He has a nice presence when he's playing. Good break. Very good break.
No, he'll fancy himself here.
I think he's got to go yellows. Can go either or, just that red at the top's awkward. Reds are easier down this bottom little cluster here, but the yellows are easier up the top of the table. So you probably feel like you've got to go yellows.
Yeah, they do need a little bit of a solve, these, and it's not easy.
Soft, I think, is it? Or is he playing a cannon? In and out, good shot, good line. Nice. He's got this yellow towards the left as well, as a bit tricky. I don't think it squeezes into the left middle, so that'll need some figuring out. And as I say, the ones on table, you probably want to leave those two last and land somewhere near the right middle pocket to play left corner, then right corner, and then the 8 ball's pretty open from there. Just a bit of work to do here. It's all on this shot. If he can, yeah, it's good. I think he can, oh, he's a bit thin.
Yeah, is this a reroute?
It's a good route he's found. As you can see, he'd go top left, top right, cue ball down towards that right middle. He's having to reroute now, like you said. Now it's awkward. He's gone too far. He's going to reroute again. He can't really play this shot to the right middle, can he? Because he's going to potentially tie the other yellow up.
Yeah, it's a big gamble, but I think it's easier than just dropping in the one to the top left.
Well, he can't because he has to screw that. He'd have to screw to below the middle, which, I mean, it's a horrible shot under this kind of pressure. He's going to play it though. He's up for the big time shots, Mike. He's going to really dig this out. Fantastic. He's just found an easier way. So he'll play the yellow by the 8 ball in the right centre last now.
Yeah, this is great.
Good reroute.
About the 3rd or 4th of the visit, but in times like these, it's just getting it done.
And you said, you called it.
Super job this from Mike King.
It's a very good finish.
He's one of those players that I think finds another level when he plays for his country.
Nope, not this time.
This looks quite dry.
Ball, that's unlucky.
That's tough, isn't it?
Oh, you can see it as the red's coming down. You're thinking that's going to pop the cue ball.
I mean, that is tough. You would ordinarily say in most situations that his one consolation is that the table's quite clustered and fiddly, but this is the sort of layout where Shane Thompson has made his name. He loves this.
He's just going to leave that one to the right, the yellow and red together. There's a red to the right of it. He'll use that to probably cannon them open if it doesn't pop. And then the others, he'll work his way around this. Yeah, Shane's been making finishes like this look very easy for a long while.
Yeah, Master just floating the cue ball around the table. He's made for this game. Is his play style.
He broke and clear. Somehow he got 2 breaks. Obviously, where the order changes, he got 2 breaks against Australia and cleared them both. So he's on a decent run of form, and that's a great shot. Good line. He would have wanted the angle to float up into the red and yellow. I think initially he'd have been trying to aim a bit further down than that, but he's still fine. He'll find something to. The way he's looking, that red that's tied up with the yellow must not have an obvious pocket. He must be thinking about getting it open.
Yeah, that's the sort of big question. It'll be the red to the right of the cue ball that's next.
One of those two, I think middle next. And then I'm assuming the red next to it must go somewhere. Oh, he's got the angle now. Very good shot. So what you want to do here is hit the red and yellow at the same time, and you'll push the red towards the left middle, and you'll be on that ball. It's one of the few times where you're playing for the ball you're cannoning. He's looking somewhere else though, actually. I thought that's what I'd be playing, but he's looking to sort of graze the underside of it.
Yeah, and drift it to the left.
So he's on the other ball, yeah, and just pushing this red into the open.
Oh, wow.
He's missed, thinking too much about the cannon. The beeps were going. It's so easy for that to happen.
It really is, but we don't see it happen very often with Shane Thompson. Those are the sorts of clearances where, as we said at the start of the visit, he's made his name in the last 18 months. It was a year to the day yesterday where he did the 3 back-to-back on the Pro Series.
It was. It's all come up on my timeline, that has. Yeah,
yours will be soon, I'm sure.
That was the same, yeah.
It was the same weekend, was it?
We both won those tournaments, and we both beat each other in the other tournament. So he beat me in the semis of the one he won, and I beat him in the first round of the one I won. So it was, oh, that's tight, isn't it? That looks like a good shot.
Well, what's Dylan left? I'm not sure he's left much. Can you see the top edge of this red?
He's found red off the red. Red off the red into this corner. Dylan obviously played that as a shot to nothing. Left the cue ball here on purpose.
In the ladies' events, on tables 25 and 26.
Shane's got to go. There's no safe spot here really, unless he wanted to graze thin off this and try and park the cue ball in the bottom left behind that red, but that's tough. So he's going aggressive.
Ireland versus Wales.
Not quite.
Close.
Well, this could be a great chance for 2-0 for Ireland here, Northern Ireland. Oh, sorry, 2-1. I missed Mike King's quick finish there.
That was a super tough shot, that, for Shane Thompson. Tariff, that was really high, but he was forced into it by the situation. This is a massive chance for Dylan Leary.
Dylan's having a great time on the table at the moment. He's
yeah, you know him really well, don't you?
Yeah, well, we're not in the same area. We're both sort of we're south part of the country at least. But I've seen he's in everything. He seems to just really playing whatever he can, and he's obviously eligible for all sorts of extra tournaments, being in the seniors and things like that. So runs local tours. He owns a club in Maidenhead.
So Dylan looking at this one to the right centre. Oh, sorry, my apologies. Playing to the bottom right.
With these ones over the pocket, you do want to try and get fairly close to them, just to make sure your work's easy to control. Yeah, just nip in as much as you could. It'll just be twice across here for the 8 in the right centre. Unless you can screw straight down, you could.
That'll do.
It's more over the pocket than it looked.
Advantage Northern Ireland, back and forth we go.
Might have been.
Yeah, he's a marathon runner, not a sprinter, Giuseppe D'Imperio, but he's got to find his spikes here.
Good break, well, power-wise, but just lost the cue ball slightly. He really, his back arm was almost vertical there.
He really runs through, doesn't he?
It was like a 9-ball break.
In the under 25 singles, all these matches are upstairs.
Did lose the cue ball, but it's ended up in the perfect spot.
It's not a bad split though, you know.
Yeah, good chance. Good first shot.
28 minutes still to be played and a little bit of change as well. Matches not been slow by any means, but it's not rattled along either. There's still plenty of serious quality players to come on either side. We've not yet seen Rona McCarthy for Northern Ireland. Imagine Carl Sutton, Aaron Davies will have a say in England's squad.
Are England rotating though to give everyone a go? Because I know Eric Webber didn't play the first match, did he? I'm not sure who else missed out.
No, Eric Webber didn't, and I think that was...
And Lee Kendall, obviously he's been in, so...
Yeah, that was certainly choice. A bit horses for courses, I think, Eric Webber sitting out the shootout earlier, but I wonder if he's sort of, similar to Lee, sort of seen it and feels that he can contribute. Certainly a quality player.
Definitely.
But the shootout's a whole different ball game, isn't it, to that World Team Championship.
He's got a very, very good temperament as well for someone on the younger side. I think I played him in the Masters, so very impressed with him. Good future in the game if he wants it. Quick player as well, suits this type of format. Aggressive and 2 cushions. He's always missed this. This isn't where he wanted to be. Oh dear. Well, way too low on the cue ball in the end. He wanted to be 2 cushions for the yellow in the left corner, but he was aware he ideally wanted to be straight or pass straight on it, so risked getting very close to it. But
well, how on earth do you get this moving towards a pocket?
Don't ask me. If he thumps it quite hard, it could go off that red above it and into the top right corner. I think he'll play something like that. He's the type of player that might try and find a safety, but I can't see anywhere safe on the table here. You just hit it hard and it's going to cannon that red. If it cans it on the right hand side. Oh, he tried to pot it. He tried to pot it in the top left.
No, what a chance for Gary Clark.
You cannot ask for it to come to a better table than this, really.
And look at the way Gary Clark is marching around this table. He's fired up for this, isn't he?
He's buzzing for this. So 2 cushions, probably just play a red to the left centre next. And he's got it under control. So
was really impressed with Gary Clark earlier for Northern Ireland. It won his frames against Scotland. Everyone did. It was an 8-0 win. But in the match against France, he was brilliant. Really, really impressive. Took down 2 frames in that match against Olivier Chauveau and also Jonathan Lefebvre. So he's in rude nick. He's not yet been beat, Gary Clark, and he wasn't in the mood to start now.
Got an incredible memory, Stephen. Photographic.
Good notes. That's what that is.
He's got the strut on, hasn't he? He's got his tail up.
Yeah, you're not short of motivation and energy in these matches. There's a real crackle in the room.
There's just such a buzz. He's had a big bounce there, he's claiming, so he's probably going to have to just play this red long now to the bottom right corner. He wanted it to the right centre, of course, initially.
Yeah, has to take his medicine, but I mean, he's still in pretty good position here.
Punches home, probably 8 ball in the same pocket. I think he's too much angle to hold it. Oh, he could hold it. Lovely. See, he's taking a bit of a risk there.
It shows a confident player. Never in doubt. That's not opened up for Ronan. Is he going to make a ball?
Not the best hit, that one. Not the best rack either, I don't think. It didn't seem to explode, but that could have been Ronan there. Not blaming the referee.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're a braver man than me.
Hopefully he doesn't listen to it back. But yeah, there's not. Does this red go through? Carl's having a good look. Does this red go to the bottom left corner? Because if it does, and there's possibly just those 2 reds in the cluster, may or may not have pockets.
Well, Carl tends to make a habit of really just sort of peaking come the time of the WPF World Championships. He's got a fantastic record in these competitions. Former finalist in 2016.
European champion the same year.
Yeah.
Incredible achievement.
And he's been an England international for donkey's years at this point. He's been a big part of this team for a long time.
Yeah, imagine it's probably 10 years or so, is it, roughly? I'm not 100% sure on the stats, but
yeah,
he's been there a long time. Is he? They do go. They do go.
Well, these are the sorts of finishes where you see how confident a player is feeling, because this is tough. This is really tough. But the top players in the world get these and make them look annoyingly straightforward.
So if the balls go, you just got to plan your route. And I don't think he's landed where he wants to on this, or he'd have played it by now. He's just trying to get out, because I think he can't land on the red near. That's got to be last in the bottom left corner. He's just has to leave himself long. Took his medicine.
It's not a bad shot. It's about as good as he could really land, I think.
Yeah, this is tough shot. This next one depends what he's trying to do with the cue. We'll probably just drop this in for the one above it next.
Nice little touch of respect there from Ronan McCarthy, just moving out of Carl's eye line. That's a great pot.
He's on this one to the bottom left now as well. He'd rather get it out of the way. Tough one to land on. Oh, what a shot he's played. He's perfect on it as well. He can just nip in off the yellow. Just a little nudge on the yellow on the way back. Perfect.
This is some serious visit to the table, this from Carl Sutton.
You called it. I think you were saying you fancied him to clear up, even though they were awkward, Damo.
He's just in one of those moods at the minute. He looks like the player that when he first was announced almost on the Ultimate Pool circuit we thought he could be. Had a couple of sort of quite barren years, but my goodness me, has he found his form in the last couple of months.
Yeah, barren, and he's had 2 titles with Ultimate Pool, so amazed. That shows how good he is. He's been nowhere near his best up until now, but he's really finding some form at the moment.
What a reverse clearance that is from Carl Sutton, and England needed that.
One of the biggest improvements in Aaron's game over the last few years has been his break. He hits them really well now.
Oh, I can't believe you just said that. He's about to break off.
Of course, I'm talking him in. He's going to...
Crunch.
Oh dear.
But
Sorry.
enough.
Sorry, Aaron. He hit them well, to be fair. He did hit them well.
He really did. Well, I'm sure you're going to be having some people sliding in your DMs right now, Sean.
In-off in the middle as well, in-off up there. I mean, they actually had a bit of top on it. It wasn't going off, and the spin kind of arced it into the corner.
So Ronan Fay, cue ball in hand behind the line to kickstart his visit to the table. It's been one frame, in response from England to get themselves back into it, to halve that 2-frame cushion.
Yellows are tough here. Really tough. I think he was playing some sort of a cannon first shot, because he's just probably played a 2-3 hour match. On the outside tables, they're going to be very different to this arena table, and he's on the shot clock, so it's and he's playing different rules, bless him. Anything else?
It's worth pointing out, I don't know if we mentioned that earlier, that monster match that Giuseppe D'Impiero was involved in, it was against Ronan Fay. Ronan got the better of him in the end, but it is bound to have taken something out of him, and so much so he said, over to you. This is not an easy lie here for Aaron Davies.
Right thing to do there, though. I think the clearance was ever really on. So,
and as we always say, you've always got to be purposeful with whatever shot you play, and whilst he's played a containing safety there, he's also massively improved his bad yellow, so it's not as if he's just given up and turned the table over. He's thinking ahead.
Yeah, and you can see Aaron's having to really think about what to play here. He's not left anything obvious. It was a good shot. I think Aaron is just trying to... Well, surely he can't get safe playing this. It was always going to be tough to cover everything, but you can see the theory. Tie the red and yellow up. Try not to leave anything obvious.
He's left a tempter in the middle of the table as well.
He has. If he can get to the one top left, then it's good. But if Aaron's covered that, then it's a great shot. And if he has, or Ronan doesn't want to go for it, even if he can see it, try and push him up to the red here. Maybe a soft bump just to free the yellow a bit more.
Yeah, didn't want to risk leaving him touching ball, I don't think, there.
Yeah. Of course, you could play away if he were touching ball and just pot a yellow. It wouldn't be a foul. It would just be a loss of turn shot. You're deemed to have hit the red already if it's touching.
Well, just keep an eye on that match clock. 18.5 minutes to go, and this frame has some mileage in it.
Gone for the double.
Great shot, that.
Another double, and his red at the top doesn't go. I mean, I'm surprised he's going aggressive here, but
maybe he just felt there was no value in staying defensive. But he must have a plan for that red at the top of the table.
Maybe it goes off the cushion off the yellow to the top left. So, but he's got to play a positional shot as well, because there's no obvious shot after. He's going to move the cue ball. He's trying to develop it, has he?
Well, back-to-back doubles, bulleted home.
I'll tell you what, he's perfect here if it does go off the cushion off the yellow. He's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, he is ball in hand perfect if that's the shot he's going to play.
Because the white will just naturally drift down the table from there, so he can just pick his line. For the red, hasn't got to think about the cue ball. Just play it with natural topspin. And it should drift down probably towards the other yellow in the middle of the table, which will be fine.
It's a tough shot.
Oh, he's belted it.
What a shot that is.
If he gets out from here, well, he's unlucky, isn't he? Is he on the red to the left centre?
I think he might be.
Can he hold it for that little gap? Does the red above the yellow go in the right centre after? I'm not sure. He's not. He's going for this one to the corner.
This is some
sort
dig,
of a
this.
shot to nothing. If he plays this dead weight, he's not leaving much, and he gets the game if he pots it. What a shot! What a shot!
This is some dig, this, from Aaron Davies.
This is on the highlight reel if he gets these. This was not on when he came to the table at all. This is incredible to be in this position. Four shots in. I
mean, we know he's got this in the locker. I mean, the Champions League performance he put in recently on the Monday night, he's got to the final of that event before being beaten by Stevie Dempsey. And I mean, some of the shots he played in that final were just an absolute farce, really.
Yeah.
He's a very calculated, cerebral player, but he has got that in the locker.
Yeah, this will be some finish.
And as is the case in all great finishes, his last three shots are dot to dot.
Yeah, I don't know how he's got to this point, but I mean, it's a massive frame as well, because 4-2, 15 minutes left on the clock. It would have been England would have been bang under it, but they've pulled back their 2-frame deficit, and it's game on.
This is a sensational clearance from Aaron Davies. The best of the day by a mile.
By a long
England
way.
level.
Brilliant.
You're watching the World Team Shootout. And what a brilliant match we are being treated to here between England and Northern Ireland. Eddie Barker to the table with the cross of St George on his chest. The Batman taking on it's Gerard over on the other side. Took a moment to find him there.
Yeah, the old team sheet's wrong.
Yeah, Gerard Heaney on the other side for Northern Ireland. And Eddie Barker as solid as they come. And he'll need to be.
Back-to-back unbelievable finishes from Carl Sutton and Aaron Davies there to pull England's deficit back.
Well, I mean, we were just chatting in the break that the 3 frames that England have won have all been absolutely awesome clearances. Like, they've had to work so hard.
Yep. That's very impressive.
And they've actually had chances in all the 3 frames they've lost as well. Lee Kendall, Shane Thompson, Giuseppe D'Imperio have had first poke in all of their frames. Northern Ireland realistically are fending off scraps here, or feeding off scraps I should say.
That's a good shot. That's a very good shot, Eddie.
I love the Batman's demeanour around the table. He gives absolutely nothing away. You would never guess that he's one of the most amiable blokes you could ever meet off the table. But it's like Bruce Wayne and the Batman. He goes into a different mode entirely when he puts the team shirt on and gets out in the arena.
Definitely suits him, the Batman nickname for sure.
Oh, he's in business here. It's another tidy visit so far.
Just mind your work. It's just fiddly. Just got to be in position, controlling that cue ball, pick your route. This can go wrong.
Is he tempted to play on to the top left now?
It's a bit of a smelly shot. He is tempted. He's been looking at it. He's talked himself out of it. Doesn't really connect anywhere else though. So he's probably playing it next shot. Then he's kind of going plant or the ball over the pocket. Yeah, this is fine. So anyway, back where the cue ball is, the gap would be ideal. Gap for the right middle next, and then bottom left corner, and he's on the 8 ball. So he's picked a nice route. Just pot this ball, and they're all there for the taking. This is kind of your 8 ball.
Yeah, cash ball in the frame here for the Batman, and that's a money pot.
He's left himself the plant. This is the only way it can go wrong. That's why I said I'd play the gap and just directly to the one to the middle first, but it should be fine. Just make sure you hit it on the low side, not the high side. I can track up the cushion. Full ball, or slightly to the right as we look. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Lovely shot.
A perfect view of it there. Yeah, very nice finish from the Batman.
I mean, the visits to the table we've seen in this match, the sort of pressure that we know is out there because we saw it in the match before and how much of an effect that can have. The standard these boys are pulling out is absolutely brilliant. England for the lead for the first time in the match.
Comeback complete. Eight ball.
Ooh, closest we've come to a golden break, but that's dry.
Oh, the Irish are loving this. It's a good chance, actually. Very good chance.
Yeah, it's going to be yellows.
Just awkward bridging for this one to the left. He needs to push through, which if you're just dropping this in, it's fine, but he's got to get some revolutions on the cue ball, just beat the other yellow. Yeah. It's okay.
The one at the bottom of the table could be a little bit of a problem. Just needs to make sure he minds his work, because there's a red down there which almost gets in the way a little bit.
Ideal route would be top right, top left, and then use that red to the middle. You want to be straight on that and push through. Then you kind of, that's it. That's your natural path. It's not easy to get there though. The red and the 8 ball are kind of messing with you a little bit for getting straight on the one to left middle in 3 shots time. And if you don't land straight and you land low, then this finish is very tricky. That would kind of then be your last ball, the one on the left rail.
Yeah, that ball doesn't have to be a problem, but it could be if this shot isn't perfect.
Yeah, it's actually helping if you land it well on this shot. It's your kind of connecting ball. But it is tough. He's going to have to go very close to snookering himself if he wants to land perfect on it. He's kind of got to go towards the two reds are together. The one on the right, he wants to just beat that so he can cue past it, but not by much.
Yeah, this is.
In the end, he's thought, sod it. It's too tight. It's better to do what he's done than snooker yourself. So I understand his decision. He's got kind of a free go to play at top left. Maybe play it now. He's kind of backed himself into this now, really.
Yeah, he's painted himself into a corner.
Don't know why he's loading up with bottom. Oh, he's dropped it in. Lovely shot. Lovely shot.
Great shot. Didn't even touch the sides from Seamus McArdle. And he's got a lovely little angle here.
Just anything but straight. Just drop this in. He'll have a natural angle to float up. Probably just going to take your medicine, leave the last yellow to the top left corner.
It's some reroute this, Sean.
This good decision making, to be fair. He's done the right thing all the way through. Now the ideal shot here would actually be right hand side, two cushions, and you go in between the gap of the 8 ball and the yellow. He's landed perfect for it. And this actually sounds like a complicated shot. It's actually a really natural shot, this. Whether or not he plays it, I don't know, but just loads the right hand side and the cue ball does all the work for you.
Yeah, looks like that's what he's playing.
Oh, he's gone
where's that cue ball?
He just potted it a bit thin, I think. The cue ball didn't really have time to react like he was hoping. Hit it a bit hard as well.
Yeah. Well, this is pressure. How'd you like these?
Got to go bottom left, doesn't he, as well?
15-second shot clock has just been introduced.
No.
And that is going to stay up. Could be a huge moment in the match.
That is. It was a great effort. He played some unbelievable shots in that finish and deserved to get it, really. Just caught the rim, the metal rim around the table on the way through. You could hear it. It just sent his cue offline.
Carl Sutton is not in a particularly forgiving mood.
He's perfect. This is Ireland are going to be under pressure here. 15 seconds. The shot has kicked in as well. Oh.
He's okay. He was dancing with the devil there with that middle pocket, but he's fine.
I don't know if he's got the best angle here. He needs to really force this. I think he's going to be off the right hand side cushion and tracking towards those two reds that are together. Not 100%. Oh, he's playing the one nearest the right corner. Oh, he's got the gap. There's always a gap.
Honorary member of Team Blessed.
Coming across for the reds in the right corner, is he? Yep. Lovely shot.
Yeah, played that really, really nicely. 2-frame cushion, you feel inbound here, courtesy of Carl Sutton.
Ireland won't really know what's happened here. They've not really done a lot wrong. And the 3-1 lead has just been ripped away from them by some real good quality stuff from the England team.
Yeah. Well, that frame just there was pretty much the only frame in the match where it's felt like Northern Ireland's have had first go. And Seamus McArdle very nearly took out a fantastic clearance, but falling as he did at the final hurdle opened the door for Carl Sutton.
This white
got a frame on the board against Lee Kendall earlier.
He does like to pop the cue ball up in the air a little bit.
Yeah, just like that. He'll take this.
Oh, will he? Reds, probably, but the one on the right has gone. Well, the 8 ball. The 8 ball's tricky as well. I don't think he can go yellow because at the bottom of the table the red goes, the yellow doesn't at first look.
And you've got a 15-second shot clock to work with. These are the sorts of frames which so quickly and easily get away from you.
And, I mean, yellows might be the balls, really.
Looks like that's the call.
He's really got, unless that one does go below the red, I don't think it does. How's he going to get that out? What's his plan?
Oh, he wanted to be on that.
Just potted the red, there's the yellow thick there, and that's what stopped the cue ball coming around as far as he wanted. That slowed it down, and still very unlucky to finish there. You'd be there a while trying to snooker yourself from that position. Watch the 8-ball. Watch the 8-ball there. Oh. Good pace.
So then, Mike King to the table, and with 6 minutes left, a 3-frame cushion would be huge. Red, you'd imagine, at the bottom of the table is the big problem ball, although it looks like it goes. But I don't think you can really truly know until you're behind that one.
Ideally you want to be landing low on it though, and it's very hard to get low. Oh, not hit that well. That's not where he wanted to. He just wanted to push. It was like a stun run for it's very hard on a pool table. He wanted the red to be straight on the red to the left middle. Don't know if it must go to the left corner. He wants to be fairly straight on this red next along the right hand side cushion, just to be able to float down the table. I'm not sure if he can really hold this easily. He's missed it thick because of it, but still in the frame.
I mean, what a frame to have here on a 15-second shot clock here.
Well, if England win the frame, I'll say it now, I think the game's over, so Declan really needs this just because of how much more time will be off the clock.
Squeezes that in.
What's going on here? Does this go off the cushion off the red? This is an unbelievable shot Declan's just played there.
I mean,
without that red that Mike's just put there, this doesn't go.
That's incredible.
And he spotted it straight away, and he's missed it. Oh, Declan.
He'll be kicking himself. The shot he played just to get there was extraordinary. Had no right to be on that. And Mike King with a chance.
Oh, this isn't good either. I think he might have to play a double next. Just stun the white end, play the back double. Don't think he's got much else. Left middle next.
Oh, now then.
We love this, don't we? We love the tension, and the reds are both awkward, so this is it takes the pressure off Declan a bit, and he's a great potter anyway, but top this through.
This is what can happen in shootout pool. We know this. What a curious Declan Brennan is.
Oh, the red plays big now on the bottom cushion and on the right. This is blocking all his natural lines. He's going to have to take it to the middle, is he? You want to take it to the... Well, I'm surprised he's taking this one.
Yeah, reroute because of it.
What a shot. What a shot that is. I can't tell you how difficult that shot is. Unbelievable bottle there from Declan Brennan. He only had about 3 seconds to play the shot once he decided he was going that way as well, and oh no!
Oh, you see the reaction of his mate Ronan McCarthy in the background.
As so often happens, you play a big shot and the next one, the easier one, is missed. It just
extraordinary.
Can only happen in the shootout when you've got this time situation going on.
Double made.
Yeah, he's fine here. It's almost in off, but I think he just catches below the middle pocket. Oh, he's digging. He thinks it's close to an off. Oh my goodness me!
Oh, you could not make this up. What a frame.
What a huge frame we've got next. 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes we'll have on the clock, just under. Declan doesn't really want to be moving the cue ball here, just get it done. Drop this in. Oh my goodness, what a frame of pool that. What a frame of pool that was.
Surely we can't have any more drama than the one we just saw there. That frame was crazy. Shane makes the ball. And he was close to making the golden break as well. How's this come out? 2 minutes and 20 to play and
good
ticking.
For England. I think he'll just run the clock down now. Shane's experienced enough to know. He can take, well, he can take a lot of time out, but he might just play a good safety if he sees one. He's got to take a ball. Uses extension. I think Ronan might get a little pop at these. He will. This is in or over top right. Ronan's going to get his chance.
Yeah, there's going to be a chance here for Ronan McCarthy, you'd imagine.
Unless this goes in. And if this goes in, Shane will probably get them. Oh, that's a great shot, is it? No, and it's not covered the pocket either.
Well.
Oh, we're not seeing another 6 reds, are we? Come on.
Well, the odds of it happening have shrunk drastically.
Has he got the angle to just punch across for those two reds? He hasn't. So next shot needs to land straight behind these in the left centre. Two cushions. It's all about touch this. Ronan's been on this table all weekend, being the Masters champion. Need to land very straight.
He's
trying
gone
to
into
develop
them.
them.
Is he on something? Yes, he
brilliant,
is.
Ronan, brilliant. Even better. So these two at the top of the table would have been a problem. But now he clears the path, as you can see. Once he pots this one, the other one goes. It's a bit shaky, that shot. He's overhit it. He's overhit it.
Oh, it was a little bit, wasn't it?
Needs another good one. He's just got to nip this, or doesn't really want to cannon the yellow because he could tie the 8 up, so he wants to just nip past it. Bottom left-hand side. Oh,
just like that.
Lovely shot. Just one big one here. Roll this in. Just roll it through. Last red will be in the left middle, I think.
35 seconds and ticking.
Just stay still. Nothing moves but your back on. Brilliant.
Ronan McCarthy has made a career out of having some of the best bottle in the business.
He's seen a fantastic finish here. Spotted straight away. He could develop them. And it made his work easy.
With 10 seconds left of our shootout semi-final.
They've got...
We are all square.
Northern Ireland have got the chance for the golden break as well.
Here we go then. Hold on.
It's unconfirmed, and we may not need it anyway.
Hold on to those hats.
Moving. It will be moving. Right middle, potentially. Oh, he went right across it. What a break.
Well, there we have it. After 40 minutes of absolutely scintillating 8-ball, we are all square. Nothing between Northern Ireland and England. We will settle it with a 6-red shootout. Giuseppe on the break. That's come out nice.
What a break. That's perfect. Bit further. That one's gone up the top. Well, how's that go up there? He didn't seem to hit it that hard. Oh, this is going to be tough now.
That's not hit a cushion.
That's foul. Yeah,
that's 5 seconds on top.
Oh my goodness. Goodness me. This has gone all wrong for England.
This is how easy a 6-red shootout can get away from you.
This is going to be just nudging 40 seconds. Needs to cannon it. Needs to cannon it. Needs it to come out good. That saved him a little bit.
It's an awesome shot from Carl Sutton. It's around about the 37-second mark.
Oh dear. Really soft break this needs to be. Really good, really good. Great break. That's just, well, yeah. We can't dramatise this, folks. This would be about 25 seconds at most.
Just don't miss.
If that. Even if they miss, they're fine. Just make sure you don't foul, really. I mean, it's going to be sub 20.
Callum Singleton checks the watch. Northern Ireland are in the final. And just look what it means. Just listen to what it means.
Callum, you cheeky boy. You naughty man.